zooming out and zooming into your music, anywhere you see a dip in the audio file, anytime you see a dip in the audio file, that shows you where a beat also lands, okay? A stronger beat. So you can use that as a guide, but to really get a good, clean, marked piece, you need to put headphones in and do not let anyone interrupt you. So tell your neighbors on either side, hey, I gotta get this done. Please do not interrupt me, okay? Because you have to keep that beat through the whole piece. Otherwise, you have to start over, and that sucks, okay? So we're going to start, and I would appreciate it if we could get through like half of the song before we stop, okay? So just be patient. But what I'm going to do is press M on my keyboard. And every time I press M on my keyboard, it is going to mark the music. Now, make sure you're marking in the right place. Step 1, select the audio file that you are marking. Do not select the video file, select the audio file. Now, I'm going to go through. I'm going to press the space bar to start the piece, and we're going to start marking the music. All right, so I've marked a good portion of the music. I'm going to zoom in even further so you can see all of these green lines down at the bottom are actually individual marks, marking the beat. Do you see those little tiny markers? Now, those markers allow you to line up a clip directly on that point. It's almost like a snap guide, and it'll snap directly to that marker, okay? So I'm going to start putting in some video clips, and they're from the special effects video that we did last week, but I want to start putting these in so we can start lining them up. All right, so I've got one of Ryan. Everybody remember Ryan from our class first semester? I'm going to, oh, and we have some ghosts. Oh, I think I just put everything in. Hold on. Bink. All right, Ryan's going to be dancing. And then I might have another dancer in here. Oh, I've got 2 more dancers. All right, so I'm going to add my second dancer. Start adding these in. I'm going to deselect the sound from the video clip, and all right, so this is what I have so far, not lined up, okay? Not lined up, this is what I have. Yeah, it's not too awful, right? But this transition here is pretty rough, right? It doesn't really happen on a beat. And it's a little crazy. I'm going to actually take this part out where that girl walks by. Cut that down. Oop, trim it down. And what we want to have happen is that transition to occur on a marked piece, right? On a place that we have marked as a downbeat. Now, I think a fade would go in, like a nice transition would go in there too. So like if I went to video transitions and I went to I don't want to wipe. Maybe like a cross dissolve, yeah. Right? Doesn't look as funky. Also, if I start to chop up some of these pieces, I can chop, like if I just chop this into a few smaller bits with Ryan and the hall monitor, you can see, I don't know if you can see while I'm doing this, but it's lining up. Like it's really simple to line up on a marked area, especially with a cut. It will like highlight that space so I can cut directly on that mark. But it really helps in like editing to a certain place. Okay, so like if I wanted to take, I don't want to take that cross dissolve, but if I take this one, and then I go back to this one, and I like start cutting between the two of them dancing. All right, and then I'm going to bring this down to where my marked pieces were, my marked places. So I'm going to start on that first. All right, so it's starting to feel a little bit better. I'm going to zoom in even more, and I'm going to start to really adjust on these spots. So, move to that first marked space. And you can see as I am adjusting these clips, I can get really, really close to that marked space. And because I've marked it, like I said, it's like a snap guide getting you to the right location. Now, sometimes your movements might not always line up with the drop in the beat. So now that I've moved it to my marks, moved each clip to my marks, I can go in and I can do what's called slip editing. Slip editing is where you are able to slip along the clip that you have adjusted. And this is this is the tool that you use. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. It looks like 2 arrows and 2 bars on either side. So if I click on that clip, I am able to slip along that adjusted timeline to line up that piece. Let's see if I can, there we go. And because I chopped these, it's not allowing me to do it very well. Here, I'm going to shorten this one to show us a little bit better. Shh, guys. All right, so when I slip edit, you can literally go by seconds on what's going to be lined up at that place. It allows you to get a more precise edit than you would have otherwise. So it really works when you've trimmed down your clip at the beginning, and then you can slip along the clip to find that precise moment where you want that clip to start, okay? To find an exact motion or movement. An example would be in the video I showed of the football game. Do you remember that clip of the day in the life where they threw the powder up into the air? That would have benefited from a slip edit because that slip edit would have gotten that exact moment where that powder goes up in the air and that beat drops. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. So like if we have a big dramatic motion like that, that's where you would want the slip edit. Okay? To line up that clip on the exact location of something dramatic.